Be right here, Buzztv. It's a fun day for us because we're lucky enough to get a hold of Alina from Leaves' Eyes all the way from Great Britain. So, first, how you doing today?
I'm good. I'm actually in Germany, but
okay. My Skype says you're in Great Britain, so that's why I thought you were in Great Britain. But that's even better because we have a lot of friends in Germany. And I'm going to say the weather there has got to be pretty good right about now because I'm in Las Vegas and it's still 85 degrees in November.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I know you're getting some of that lovely weather. But let's just dive in right into the new Leaves' Eyes stuff. There's a new album out and we really love this thing. But the first question I have about the album, because I've noticed something a little different, is there's vocal tracks and then it seems like the album repeats itself with just instrumentals. Was there a specific reason you guys did that?
You mean that there's the instrumental versions of the song?
Correct.
Yeah, that's actually quite common that we do that. Other bands, I'm sure, do that as well, because sometimes people also like to have the instrumentals, and it's quite a nice way to hear all the layers in the tracks. You know, when you take the vocals out, you can hear a little bit more detail, all the instruments that maybe not so audible when the vocals are on. So yeah, I think many people, and maybe someone wants to sing the song as a karaoke. So
no, that's a great thing, because generally I haven't seen that a lot with albums, so that's why I questioned it. I wasn't sure if there was a specific reason, but I do love that part of it because, especially here, people love karaoke, and if you could get a track without vocals, that's the simplest way to get it in the machine. Now, unfortunately, because of the pandemic situation we're in, and other places are a little looser than others, and some are a little tighter with restrictions, is Leaves' Eyes going to be able to tour this thing anytime soon?
Well, anytime soon would be not correct, unfortunately, but we hope that next year we'll be able to play the songs live. We have already, I think, something is confirmed in summer. We're supposed to go to Russia, a festival, and then also the tour should be in the fall, so I really hope it will happen.
Oh, that's like us. We're just waiting to do things. In fact, for us, tomorrow night, we're shooting a band, but it's so weird here that this venue normally holds about 4,000 plus people. It's limited to 250 people.
Oh wow.
There has to be social distancing, so there's like tables set up and spaced out, and the crowd cannot be within 25 feet of the stage. So there has to be a 25-foot gap from the stage. So it's really weird, but for us, it's live music, so we have to get out there and see it. And slowly but surely it's going to get back to where it needs to be. Now, you know, we're lucky enough when we have you, but let's bring the other guys into it as well. You have a great band of musicians that are there behind you. How long have you guys been together as a unit?
Well, I joined the band 2016, so it's been about 4.5 years. And obviously Toso and Alex are the founding members in the band, so yeah, already long ago, 2003, I believe the band was founded. And Joris also was in the band for a little bit longer, and then Miki is the newest member, but he was already playing with us quite a few times on tours, bass and guitar, and now he's a full member of Atrocity and Leaves' Eyes. So it's a really nice mix. We have a lot of fun together. We have a nice little joke, inside jokes going on in the band, and it's really nice group of people.
No, that's a great thing that, you know, you guys besides are a music project, but you're family as well, and you get to live like family and play and have fun, you know, and do all those things versus this is just a project and we're here to do business, and everyone disappears when it's over. So I really love that with you guys. Now, something I picked up on and I really like is, I guess, the Viking angle of the band and where you're going with this stuff. Now, we've seen that you guys are also part of the big Viking reenactment battle community. And we saw that and we started to do our homework on it, and I really like that stuff. That seems so cool. And then the more we look, we see people from around the world are doing this. It's not just based in a certain area of the world and that's it. There were people from England, the United States, Europe, and everyone gets involved in that. We see Leaves' Eye seems to be a very big part of that. Do you guys play at any of these reenactments? Is there like a time when it's over and they do any kind of a festival thing?
Well, basically, Alex is very involved in that scene. He goes into all the events and he does the sword fighting, and of course we, rest of us as a band, we come to also know that scene. And we, for example, I've really met a lot of people, really great guys, like when they come on stage with us, when we make the videos. So it's really fascinating to get to see how much people put passion into that and what's involved and how specific and like, yeah, it's very detailed things they do, and also very skilled with all the fighting skills and everything. So yeah, like you say, it's really all over the world. And when we were touring in the US, we also had Vikings on stage. I believe even in Texas we had some, so it was really cool.
I gotta see Texas Vikings just because they have the longhorn steers, and I could just imagine putting some of those in a helmet. Now, you know, talking a little more about the Viking stuff and the whole scene of it, I love how the music is based around that, and you guys really delve into the history of it. You do your homework. It's not something that I guess would be like a cheesy TV show knockoff of what someone might think a Viking would be or do. But I really love that you guys really surrounded this, and you've done it for a few albums. This wasn't just one album that you did it. You've done it for a while now. I guess my next question would be, where does Leaves' Eyes go from here? From what we've been told and see, this is kind of the bombastic finale of the Viking saga. Where does music turn?
Yeah, by name it is, but it's not connected in the other albums. Let's say it's not a trilogy or anything. And also, obviously, Vikings and Norse mythology, also nature, everything has been part of the band since the beginning. So it's been a theme in the band, and like I said, Alex is very involved in that scene, and they, Tosso and Alex especially, they like a lot of history. I also like especially this history that goes into the lyrics, into the concept, and there is a lot of research behind it, and Alex likes to base the lyrics on real history events, because they're actually pretty exciting already on their own. So they don't really need so much fantasy around.
And you know, we're going to have links down here in the description, so we have some fun stuff. You can see Alex at some of these Viking reenactments, and again, these are really cool stuff. You're going to learn the history of it. You're going to see people from around the world, and even if you don't think you're into it, you're going to get into it because you're going to see this, and it's, for me, it's like, man, there's nothing like this around here. You know, we do, I guess in the United States they have like little Renaissance fairs here or there, but that's the closest we get. I'd love to actually travel and see one of these up close one day. Now, is there a chance that maybe in 2021, when we get things kind of back to normal, might Leaves' Eyes be possibly hitting the United States again?
Well, of course we would love to come back. It's been too long, and it was already in plans. But yeah, all the plans kind of went down the drain, so I really hope so. It would be great to come back. I really enjoyed my first tour ever, was in America, North America, so yeah, and it was a great experience. ever since as well when we came back. So now I really hope we can come back soon.
We do too. We know it's tough, especially from bands that are in Europe and maybe even farther out, to get a tour in the United States. Just like bands in the United States, it's pretty hard for them to go outside of the country. Expenses are a big deal. It's really, really tough. So hopefully, we do see you guys soon. If I could shift gears a little bit, when it comes to songwriting and stuff, how does the band work? Is it something where they kind of have the music and you come in with lyrics, or do you have kind of lyrics worked out, or is it we sit in a room and we just figure it out?
Yeah, it's a little bit different process because I have my own band as well, Angel Nation. So in that band, I do all the music writing, and then together with my band members, and I do the lyric writing as well. And in lead size, I have a different kind of role. Of course, the band has been going for a long time, so Toso and Alex are the core songwriting team, and Alex is responsible now for the lyrics. As you know, it's a concept album and stuff. It needs to be fit everything together, and like I said, it requires a lot of research and stuff. But then when we have these demos, I come in and we go through words, we go through melodies, we go through everything, and we see how it fits, if we need to change something, and then the process is very ever evolving, so every instrument needs to fit there, and till the last minute there still can be some changes. So yeah, that's how it often is in bands. It's not like everything is fixed from the start and then you just go final product and sing.
Well, and I also know it's kind of tough just working in songwriting. Now, are you guys lucky enough to all be in the same geographic area, or are some of the band members maybe in different places or countries?
Well, yeah, I mean, I was living in London, you're right, for 10 years, so 2 years I've been in Germany, but I'm still about 4 or 5 hours from the guys. And yeah, Toso, Alex and Nikki, they live quite close to each other, and then Joris is from Netherlands. So we then find times when we come to the studio for longer periods and rehearse and record and stuff like that. So, yeah.
You see, guys, it's not always that easy when you're in the band. Sometimes someone's here, someone's there, and you have to find the time to get together. But again, the internet's a good thing, and with video chatting and some other different apps and stuff out there, there's ways actually musicians can get together, at least work on some stuff. So when you get to the studio, the time's a lot shorter because studios cost money too, and nothing's cheap in this day and age. Now, The Last Viking, where can we pick the CD up? Is it, obviously we could get it on the Leaves' Eyes site, but is this something you're going to find on Apple and Amazon and all the big box stores as well?
Yes, it's available everywhere. I believe probably the best way is to go on AFM, our record label, or also Leaves' Eyes website. There's going to be links to all of these places where you can purchase the album, so that's probably the easiest.
And guys, right down here in the description, we're going to have links to everything. Just click it, you're going to be right there. You're going to be able to pick this stuff up. And again, make sure you click that link and watch Alex doing some of these Viking battles and reenactments. We really do love that stuff. Now, let's see. We have a fun little game we like to play here called Roll the Bones. Now, generally when we do it live, I have a 30-sided dice, which kind of fits with everything else, because Viking land kind of works a little bit in D&D land. And we have 30 pre-selected questions.
Okay.
I think 4 of them, maybe even 5, have to do with music. You up for playing around?
Okay, let's try.
Okay, so normally I let you roll the dice, but since we don't have one, we're just going to have you pick a number between 1 and 30 for your question.
Okay, so 27.
27 is... Oh, this is fun. What did you have for breakfast today?
Oh, I love food. But for breakfast, I pretty much always have the same. I have porridge, so oat porridge, rye bread with cheese, and banana.
There you go. That's an easy one. Now for my turn, I'm going to let you, again, pick a number between 1 and 30, and we'll see what I get.
Okay, so number 2.
Number 2. Okay, this is a fun one. If I could be any superhero, who would I be? Well, that takes a lot of hard thought. But I'm going to go with the Flash. Just because I can get anywhere instantly. And for a guy like me, I want to see music. I want to see it everywhere. I want to be able to get there. And if I can run like the Flash and just be there instantly, that would be me. So that's who I want to be for a superhero today. Another question, and this is probably the most important question we could ask in any interview. What might we have left out that they need to know about Lee's eyes?
I think you covered quite well all the areas, but I'd like to make it say that what you can expect from the album, if you don't know about it yet, it's a really exciting concept album that is based on the life of Hadra, and it starts with his death, and all the songs are glimpses of his life, so all the adventures that he went on, and then he died, and that was the end of the Viking era. So a little bit of a hint of what you can expect when you listen to the album.
And something else, guys, this isn't just an album that's going to be there, it's going to be in your face, you're going to hear some great stuff, killer guitar work. But you guys have all sorts of instruments that, let's say, people might not think would be on it. I've heard some fiddles, some Celtic type instruments. And I think that's really good. Do you guys play those, or do you bring outside musicians in to do stuff like that?
No, there is outside musicians mostly playing on this album as well. You can have fiddle, as you mentioned. So yeah, it's always great to have these guests coming in and doing their own creative parts, and also sometimes bringing really good ideas into the song.
And it's some great stuff. In fact, what we're going to do when we edit this stuff up, we'll drop some of the instrumental track below us so they can hear some of what's going on and know exactly what we're talking about. And this way, it wettens them a little bit to make them want more and go get that album. Because you're going to love this stuff. For me, it's also a little bit of a learning experience because, again, my history with Vikings and the Viking realm wasn't that deep. But I learned and wanted to check things out when I heard it. I really do love that you have a CD that has all the tracks in it. Then you go right back through it. You have an all-instrumental version. There's so many ways you can play with that. Like you were saying before, you can listen to the layering. You can find certain things in the tracks that you want. And again, if you're doing karaoke night, if they don't have it, you can just hand them the track and say, here you go. So I like that as a bonus. Myself, we really can't wait to catch up with the band live. We know it's just a matter of time. Things are getting back together in the world. So if we have to go to Europe, which again, it's something we really want to do, or if we're going to catch them here, we're definitely going to catch them live with all the cameras, all the VR stuff. And you're not just going to hear it, you're going to see Lee's eyes in a way, that's really amazing. Because this is a band that brings it live. They don't phone it in. They don't stand there on stage like little sticks. This is a band that's going to entertain you because they have it all the way around. Not just musically, they bring the entire performance to you. And we really love that.
Cool.
Alina, it was truly our pleasure. I know you have some more press stuff to do, so we're definitely going to let her get back to that. But we appreciate you taking the time and talking to us. Say hi to the rest of the guys because, of course, can't get everybody in a single room, but we definitely can't wait till we see you live because we'll speak to everyone and we'll have a fun segment there. But for now, we're just going to say be safe, have safe travels when we get to travel, and this CD is really going to do well. We love it. They're going to love it. And Alina, it was truly our pleasure chatting with you today.
Cool, thanks for having me.
Oh, no,
stay healthy. Hope to see you.
Oh, you definitely will. So for myself, for Alina, for Lee's Eyes, for Buzztv, and the AFM family, we're out of here, guys. See ya.